News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 53 degrees, partly sunny and breezy today with a high of 62. Chance of rain in the evening hours. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Greg Matzik. Destruction and despair following Hurricane Milton in Florida as residents return to their homes to survey the damage. ABC's Jacqueline Lee reports from Lithia, just outside of Tampa.
Floridians returning to their homes, wading through flooded streets and debris after Milton left a trail of utter destruction. Resident Christy Austin recalling the strong impact of Hurricane Milton, along with the pounding wind and rain that flooded her apartment.
We thought the windows were going to blow and that they might cut us and might kill us.
The Category 3 storm claiming at least 16 lives and spawning a deadly tornado outbreak.
Meanwhile, thousands of calls for rescues have come on the officials in Florida since Milton blew through. One of the more remarkable rescue stories comes off the high seas, according to ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
The U.S. Coast Guard telling ABC News in an exclusive interview how it rescued one man stranded in the water for more than 18 hours, surviving high winds and waves, clinging to a cooler.
Being able to hold on in that rough of seas and that rough of weather is definitely a testament to his willpower.
Milton also sparking tornadoes. Officials say it will take months to clean up and rebuild, emphasizing that while Milton may be gone, danger remains.
Closer to home, more than 130 animals displaced by Hurricane Helene are getting a second chance at Wisconsin shelters. Now, pets impacted from Hurricane Milton may too.
I've been with the Humane Society for 18 years, but it brings tears to my eyes every time when we're able to help in emergency situations like this.
Angela Speed with the Wisconsin Humane Society was ready to rescue when a charity plane arrived from South Carolina. Inside were cats and dogs from PAC shelters down south, shelters that are now getting more animals in the wake of the hurricanes. It was an emotional moment.
Especially when they open that plane door and you can hear the dogs barking and you know that they're safe.
The Wisconsin Humane Society will likely help again. The group just got another call. This time, a Florida shelter asking for help. Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
And the Milwaukee Police Department is seeking the public's assistance in locating a missing 9-year-old. A Miracle Luckett was last in contact with her family Friday afternoon and was believed to be in the area of the 2100 block of North 33rd Street in Milwaukee. A Miracle just over 4 feet tall, between 60 and 70 pounds, a medium complexion with brown eyes, black hair pulled back in French braids. She was last seen wearing a turquoise-colored T-shirt and black jeans. Anyone with information is asked to call the Milwaukee Police Department. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News time is 7:03.
Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
Luther Gray is Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales at the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. Luther, tell us about the orchestra's mission.
We provide over 135 shows a year, classical concerts, pop concerts, family and educational concerts, and also we do many performances throughout the state as well.
And James Imaging Systems provides their expertise to support the symphony.
Yes, James Imaging is there. It makes it so much easier for us, and they help keep us on schedule.
Luther, it seems that with captivating audiences with acclaimed musical performances, many would like an opportunity to get involved.
That is correct. Attending the concerts is great, giving is great, but the volunteerism is wonderful as well. We need all of that to be a successful, thriving orchestra.
What's the first step people can take to ensure that long-term success?
They can go to our website at mso.org, O-R-G.
That's mso.org. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Eric Brown and his crew from Siding Unlimited can fix whatever's wrong with the outside of your house. How do you know what's wrong with it? Well, look for these trouble signs. On your windows, paint peeling, wood rot or damage from condensation? How well do they operate? Got mold on the storm windows? Siding have any dents, holes, or chips, paint or color issues? Is the caulking cracked? How's the flashing? Roof look okay? How about your doors? Decks are another place for critical inspection. Maybe you'd just like to have a new one. Eric is a regular here on the Fix-It Show. You regular listeners are aware of his expertise. He's president of Siding Unlimited, but that's not a desk job. He's out there working with the crews, inspecting people's structure problems and fixing them. Siding Unlimited will fix yours too. Make a note to contact Siding Unlimited online at sidingunlimited.com or see Siding Unlimited's unique outside-in showroom near Gerke's Corners in Brookfield.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The 3-2 Packers take on the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals Sunday at Lambeau for a noon kick. Cornerback Jair Alexander and wide receiver Christian Watson both listed as questionable on the injury report. Our game day coverage begins Sunday at 9. Badgers football team kicks off at 11 this morning in New Jersey against Rutgers. In baseball, the Dodgers advanced to the NLCS with a 2-0 win over the Padres. A home run by Teoscar Hernandez, the difference.
Oh, it's amazing. I know since my first day with the Dodgers that this season is going to be special, and here we are, going to the National League Championship.
And in the American League, the Tigers and Guardians take the field this afternoon in Game 5 of the ALDS. Winner advances to take on the Yankees in the ALCS. Taking a look at your roads here at WTMJ Johnson & Son Paving Time Saver Traffic Update. Nothing to report. Pretty smooth sailing if you're out and about on the system this morning.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Partly sunny and breezy today with a high of 62. Chance of rain in the evening hours. Partly sunny and breezy with a chance of rain on Sunday and a high of 61. Monday looks very much the same with a high of 56. High of just 54 on Tuesday. The sun returns on Wednesday with a high of 59. Right now,
this is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy. And we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton Kane and David Nason.
Good morning to you. It is October 12th, halfway through the month, almost. Yeah. How are you?
Good
week?
Good. Yeah, pretty good week.
Another good week of weather.
Busy inspections. Also was out helping the Wisconsin Association of Home Inspectors pre-licensing class. So a bunch of new home inspectors on their way. So good to see that. So.
Nice. You need a break.
No, I don't need No.
All right, David Nason, Dayton Kane, and in the studio with us, Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
And you
Good
brought a guest again.
I did. I brought a great lady, Janet from JW Lawn and Snow, one of our awesome customers at Olson's. So, yeah, she's here. And actually, I have another little one. My granddaughter is here, Brooklyn.
Hey.
She's keeping an eye on us today, she said.
All right.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Good. We need somebody to supervise this chaos. Glad you brought her along. So how are you?
Good.
It's been
busy.
Been a little while. Yeah, this time of year gets crazy, right?
It's been busy all year.
Has it?
It has been. It hasn't. Usually we get that lull, but even with that lull in the dry season, we actually had people bringing snowblowers.
Oh, they're listening.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Preparing ahead of time.
Yeah. Those are the smart ones that, like, hey, let's start this up in the nice weather and go, oh, it doesn't start, or hey, I need these parts, or oh, look, there's a mouse nest in here.
Yeah. I stopped by during the summer, June or something.
June, yeah.
And I bought a new paddle and scraper bar for my snowblower because I figured it would be much easier to replace those when it was nice and warm.
Yeah, your fingers don't
rather
freeze,
than it's going to snow tomorrow.
All right. So for dummies like me who haven't, what's the wait looking like if I do need to bring my snowblower in at this
point? Right now we're about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Which is actually a nice, getting parts in.
2 weeks puts us in the end of October, so hopefully we don't have snow by then.
But even the contractors are ahead of the game this year. May know
There's
something.
There's a rumor going around that's supposed to be a snowy winter.
Yeah, I don't know, but 60 paddles, 30 scrapers, nuts, bolts, carburetors. I mean, they're like, no, we need to get this stuff ahead of the game because if we do get that early snow, I mean, like we did that one year on Halloween 2 years ago.
No,
Yeah.
wasn't that 4 years ago? I'm thinking.
I
We
can't
had
remember what I
3
had for
inches.
lunch.
We were the only ones that had our snow plows on, and we had all these calls from people because they didn't think it was going to actually have 3 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So that and still lawn equipment, so we got snow blowers. Ugh, we have them out on the floor. We don't get too excited on snow blowers as I do on zero turns, but yeah, we've got those out and sold a lot. Like every big one we had, we sold.
Really?
Yeah.
So people are preparing. They
32,
think something's
36,
coming.
yeah.
Even though it was like 83 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, right. That's why it's
amazing.
hard to think about the snowblower. But today only a high of 62. We're back to reality, and
Yeah.
pretty soon we'll be saying highs of 30. So now's the time.
Right. Well, and
Now's
like
the
you said,
time.
you get to work on it early when your hands aren't freezing. You can have your garage door open. You can be out in the sunshine, and get it done. And if it doesn't start or doesn't do something, you got time to get it into a
It's
dealer.
really the only reason I do this show anymore is just for the reminders of when I'm supposed to do stuff. So now I go home after this and I get my snowblower out and I start it up and I go, okay, it works. Or I go, oh no, I got to call Fawn. So when it comes to this time of year, we are doing that transition, right? We're thinking we got to get the snowblower out, maybe get the tractor. Are we ready to winterize quite yet?
No.
Or no?
No.
So we still have a few
No.
weeks where we're still having to mow, you think?
Yeah, the leaves
or at least
haven't
get the
fallen
leaves collected.
yet, right? I mean, they're still.
Come to my
our,
yard. I
our
got leaves
trees,
all over the place.
our trees are still green at the
Yeah, it's
house and the
crazy.
neighbors and
The
everything.
grass
so,
is still green.
Yeah, I'll actually, after work today, I'll go home and cut. Haven't put the bagger on yet. Probably in the next week or so, I'll put the bagger on the zero turn. So we can do some
I got a
cleanup.
tree that's almost done.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Drops-
Yeah,
it drops
certain
early.
ones. Yeah, like my ash trees before they went bye bye.
was the
They dropped
basswood
early.
tree.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
also did because of the drought as well. We all of a sudden had all the rain for months and months and months,
Yeah.
and then nothing. And so
And they
we aren't
stressed
going
the
to
trees.
see a lot of color this year because a lot of the stuff is just going to turn brown, gold, and then
drop.
I drove up to Wisconsin Rapids on Wednesday. Absolutely
It's
gorgeous
gorgeous.
colors on the drive up on Highway
Wow.
39.
We're going up to Partyville today, so maybe we'll see
I
some
love
colors like
Partyville.
that
Are
later.
you going to party?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
You're gonna
Going to
go
party in
party?
Partyville.
I'm going to
so-
Wausau, so yeah.
You mentioned that you put your bagger on. What do you do once you bag that stuff? What do you do with it? Does it go to the dump? Do you dump it on your backyard somewhere?
No, by us we can actually dump it in the road by the gutters.
Aw, and they come collect
with
it?
a big old
Yeah.
sucker. Yeah.
I got
Hey,
a
New
bag.
Berlin, if you're listening.
Yeah. Well, actually,
My
I'm going to
gosh.
go do a friend of ours. She ended up, her mom broke up some discs in her back,
Oh.
so she can't. So she lives in New Berlin. So I said, I'll come and bag your lawn for you. But
They
that
used to, and then COVID hit and they stopped and they never brought it back.
Yeah.
Really?
So hers will
So what do you
take.
do with yours?
I have to bag it and put it, or throw it on my back hill or whatever.
Yeah.
Not grass, I
We
can't,
bag
but
it out
leaves
by
I
me.
can.
Yeah, we have to.
pick it
If
up.
we do, but if in Greenfield where we live, we actually have a in back of our fire station, one of the fire stations
take
that
it.
you can take and dump it anytime you want.
Nice,
We just have our little card or a driver's
Nice.
license showing that we live there, and so which is nice. So then doing
So you
hers-
can, in the beginning, when it's just a few leaves, you can mulch that up, right? You can go over, chop it
absolutely.
up, throw it back on the yard. But when you get the really thick stuff, that's when you
If
got to bag it and
if
get
you
it
leave
off of there.
Yep. If you leave it too long and you start trying to bag it, too thick, you're going to start clogging, and you're just it's not going to work. But you don't want to leave the leaves there because you're leaving a beautiful condo for moles and voles.
Okay.
And they will
They'll chew up your
destroy
yard.
your lawn, and then you're going to pay some money to get those little rodents out of there.
Okay. We do need to take our first break. Any questions you have about your yard, about power equipment, your lawnmower, your snowblower, we're here to help today. Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment is the company. You want to look them up online. It's just Olson's Power, right?
Yep.
.com. Olson'sPower.com. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. If you want to talk to us, we'd love to talk to you. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
So what do you think of WTMJ?
You can't handle the truth.
No, we absolutely do want your honest feedback.
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight.
You listen to WTMJ, you should have a say. It only takes 10 minutes to complete the Fall 2024 fan survey. As a thank you for your valuable feedback, you'll be entered to win a package including 2 Bucks tickets and an overnight stay at the Pfister. Simply text the word survey to the WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620.
Do you have the greatest possible fire protection? Fire sprinklers protect lives and property in your building.
Are you ensuring that your fire sprinkler system is receiving the proper care that it requires?
Just like the other systems within your building, it is essential that the fire sprinkler system be inspected, tested, and maintained.
Protect your investment and, most importantly, occupants and firefighters by incorporating a regular ITM program in your building.
For more information, visit nfsa.org.
That's nfsa.org. You're busy. Work, family, life. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what you'll do about things like retirement planning, selling a business, investing, or building your legacy. So your buddy hooks you up with his guy. Seems fine, but when it gets down to advice, you're all of a sudden knee-deep in products packed with commissions. You start to wonder, are you getting advice or are you getting a sales pitch? Annex Wealth Management is a fee-only fiduciary. No commission products, just advice. And clear thinking when it comes to your investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. Annex believes financial planning is for everyone. Annex Comprehensive Wealth is a great fit for most. For those with high net worth and complex planning challenges, consider Annex Private Client. For those just starting out, Annex Ignite is a great choice. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button. It only takes a couple of minutes. Set your own appointment at a time convenient for you. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. That's Annex Wealth Management. annexwealth.com.
This is Jeff Johnson.
And I'm Jason Johnson.
And together, we're part of Johnson & Sons Paving.
Get your parking lot ready now for spring and avoid paying for extra repairs later on.
We'll come out to your property and walk it with you.
Potholes, damaged asphalt, damaged concrete, standing water, you name it. We'll talk to you about your options and fix it.
Plan a budget, set up an overall schedule with Johnson & Sons Paving.
It's all about doing it right the first time. Call us today to schedule a walkthrough and free estimate.
JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and had the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed a new Hope Pendant for 2024 to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase a symbol of hope.
You can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with the new 2024 Hope Pendant, starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $500 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton Kane and David Nason on WTMJ.
Sunny, breezy, chance of evening showers today, a high of 62. Back to fall weather after yesterday's beautiful 83-degree day that we had. So, Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment, Janet from JW Lawn and Snow on with us this hour, David Nason, of course, our expert who's always here inspecting your home. And
right.
I don't know that I've seen you stumped too many times on this show. You can answer questions about pretty much everything. So,
well, I try.
So if you want to,
I don't know everything.
If you have questions, 855-616-1620.
Oh, so Olson's Outdoor Power Center, you're down in Muskego.
Yep, 143rd and College.
Right. What, somebody's listening and they're thinking, oh, I got to bring my lawnmower in, but it's too big for me to put in my car. You do pickup service?
We do. Unfortunately, we don't go to the Oak Creek, St. Francis, Milwaukee, certain areas. We're more southwest, so we've got Muskego, New Berlin, Greenfield, Greendale, little bit of West Dallas.
To McGuanago?
McGuanago, East Troy, Wind Lake, stuff like that.
Because you're probably heading out to East Troy a lot to get and Muskego to get the ethanol-free gas.
Yeah, and now the new Farm and Fleet Farm, they're all the same to me. Yeah, the one on the end of College and Racine Avenue at their pumps. Now, they carry mid-grade non-ethanol gas, and we cannot tell people, especially for snowblowers, put that in. Mm-hmm. Because our snowblowers here in Wisconsin, we may use them in December, then we don't use them until March or April or whatever. And the regular gas around here, even the premium, it breaks down.
Right.
So that's the best thing you can do for actually any of your outdoor power equipment is use non-ethanol gas.
So for that pickup service, you're going picking up riding lawnmowers, snowblowers,
zero turns. Yep.
Service them whatever they need. Parts and
No, we don't do. We don't do all. I mean, most snow blowers are a few from the Menards, which please do not buy it there. Please don't, because they'll tell you to come to us, and we'll say no. We're sorry, we can't do the Part Smart one. Yeah, the price looks good. However, it's all Chinese parts, and we cannot get parts for it. You can't even get a parts diagram for these things. So we hate saying that, but don't do it. But yeah, most your snowblowers, your Cub Cadets, your Craftsman, Toro, Aaron's, Simplicities, things like that we can do. Most of your tractor zero turns we can do. There are a few that we can't get parts for because we are not a dealer for that. So it's very dealer specific. And then we're a steel dealer. Our guys in the back are geniuses. I mean, Sonny, the master mechanic, and James back there. Neil's our two-cycle. I think the kid can do it in his sleep. Sometimes maybe he does. I'm not sure. And that we got Craig also. He's our driver, also a part-time mechanic. And can't forget the dogs. You got Sophie and Frankie too, because and the cats. Yeah, they're our mousers. Let me tell you how many mice. When I said earlier about mice into snowblowers and tractors, how many mice daily we get in. We try catching them. And we put them out in the field if we can catch them. If not, unfortunately, the third shift mousers, the three of them, they leave the boys' presents.
There you go. Right. So what's a most typical reason people are bringing in snowblowers if they're not running? Like what's causing
carburetor?
That? It's the carburetor.
I mean, we are boiling out carburetors. We actually got another huge ultrasonic where we can put multiple carburetors in different slots. But I mean, as soon as they open up the gas can or the tank of it, we literally can smell it up front. It's like, it smells like skunk pee. I mean, it's got an odor that's unreal.
Just bad gas?
It's bad gas, yeah. It separates it. I mean, it's sat for, 6-8 months now. It breaks down, ethanol, alcohol pulls water, and it goes to the bottom, and it just, and the carburetor just corrodes your little orifices that fuel needs to get through, plugs them up. So that's the main reason. We're seeing a lot of people also with scraper bars and skid shoes on the machines that are worn down to just about the drum. So if it wears down to the drum and it gets worn into the drum, you're done. You are buying another snowblower, and that $28, $35 bar at the bottom, you are now spending, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000.
I did not know that. I'm sorry, but that's incredible.
Yeah.
People, listen up here.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's real easy to check. I mean, all you have to do on a two-stage snowblower is just tip the snowblower on its nose, on the drum, and then you can see the bottom of it and look at it and see how far it's worn to the bolts that hold it onto the drum itself. So, so little things like that you can check. And skid shoes on the side, that's what actually rides on your concrete or your asphalt. Make sure that that's not worn thin. Most of them nowadays are reversible, so you can take the bolts out, flip them upside down, and put them back on.
Use them twice.
So many things to look at when I get home. All right. We do need to take a break. When we come back, we have Tom on the line from Milwaukee. We got a text to get to. It is the Fix It Show. Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment on with us, and Janet from JW Lawn and Snow. Thanks for listening to WTMJ this morning.
As the leaves start to turn and the air gets crisp, it's the perfect time to think about your outdoor space. WTMJ's John Mercure here. Go with the company I trust, Landworks Wisconsin. From stunning fall displays and holiday decorating to dormant pruning and bed cleanups, they're doing that for me. Landworks has you covered. The beauty of fall is all around us, and your garden and yard should be no exception. Enhance your outdoor space with professional services from Landworks. Make your home the envy of the neighborhood. Find your outdoor inspiration at landworkswisconsin.com, landworkswisconsin.com.
When you work with us, you'll know what you're going to get. And most importantly, you'll know exactly what you're going to pay us to list and sell your home. Talk to any Benefit Realty agent and ask about our commission. You will always get the same answer. You may find that others aren't ready to be as straightforward as we are right off the bat. They may try to meet with you first, and from there, you'll probably have to haggle your commission. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get them to reduce their commission to what we charge. But who wants that? Benefit Realty is going to make this easy for you, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. And we even one-up it from there. We cap our commission, so that no matter what size property you're selling, for the listing side of your sale, your savings will be substantial. And if you're selling a luxury portfolio kind of home, substantial is an understatement. And finally, if you're not happy at any time with the service you're getting, we won't hold you to the term of your contract. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Once you've lived with it, you know there's no comparison. Hydronic heating is the best in comfort. And when it comes to hydronic heating, the man in the red van can do it all with a 96% efficiency modulating heat boiler, slant fin wall-mounted radiating heat, cast iron radiators, or how about in-floor heat that we can even lay in below your new driveway on your new home build, so you never have to shovel. Now we're talking.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality heating, quality heating.
So here's why you'd want an Armstrong air heat pump. Consider it a powerful electric backup to your gas furnace that can do the work of your furnace very efficiently. That means lower energy bills. And it has a rock-solid 12-year warranty and can act as an AC unit too. But here's the real gist of it. With all the government tax credits you get, you almost get the darn thing free. So see the man in the red van to get reliable efficiency from an Armstrong air heat pump.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality heating, quality heating.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this fall? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Packers Cardinals tomorrow at noon at Lambeau Field. You can catch that game on Fox. We'll see how we do. Dayton Kane and David Nason, as you just heard, and Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment. She brought in her guest Janet from JW Lawn and Snow, and we're going to talk about some of the things you do, I think, right now, because we're going to go to the phone. Okay. Tom in Milwaukee called in to 855-616-1620. Good morning, Tom. What's your question or suggestion?
Yeah, this is Tom from Milwaukee, and David, this is the downswell goalpost guy.
Oh, Tom Simon.
All right.
Hey, Tom.
Anyway, listening to about mulching and so forth, what I end up doing is I just mow the lawn more often so the leaves don't get to be real heavy. But the other thing that I do is that I'll raise the front end of my mower, and so that you get the leaves going underneath and then just mulch them in. And of course, it just works real slick. And of course, that way you're getting all the nutrients and so forth from the leaves getting down into your lawn and helps the soil and so forth. So
yeah, that's
my
good.
suggestion.
Yeah, no, that's a really good suggestion. Like I said, yeah, the more you do it, I know sometimes it's a pain, but not leaving it like you do till it gets too thick and then clogs things up. And you can raise up the front of the deck just a little bit like you did. I mean, that's not a bad thing to do. And cut more often because, yeah, you're right. It's nutrients, as Janet can, tell about lawn. That's her specialty, about the nutrients that leaves.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, we have huge mowers. Some are 60-inch, some are 72. Some are smaller, like 36. But we always start from 5 inches real high up, and then we mulch them up. Yep. But if we do leave too much on, we will have to bag some of that. Too much is too much nitrogen, and it gets really sloppy and yucky. This year, I think a lot of the stuff is going to fall pretty fast because of the drought that we had. So I think that might be a little bit more of an issue. But you are right. Leaving some of that is good. But if there's anything that's yucky, gross, kind of slimy at the end of November, try and get that off of there.
It's wet or something.
Yeah,
too.
It'll kill parts of the lawn.
That's the other problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's what's interesting is I'll watch somebody rake and they're spending an hour out there, hours or whatever it is. Meanwhile, you just get out and use your lawnmower and cut it down, and it works. Yeah. So anyway.
You're right.
Awesome.
You're exactly right.
Thanks for the suggestion, Tom. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for calling in, Tom. Good to hear from you.
All right. 855-616-1620, the talk and text line.
Right. So we got a text. Somebody texted in, bought my last walk-behind mower 5 years ago and was looking at new ones and noticed they don't have the flip side door anymore. Is that because they mulch better, or is there another reason?
Well, mulching, of course, like we were talking about, is good, but this is me. Okay, this is it's not proven, but I believe due to recent accidents with things being shot out of that side and hitting people, hitting windows, things like that, they don't put that on anymore. We have the new steel walk-behind mowers. It came from Germany. They're amazing. They don't have them. I know the Toro doesn't have them. A couple of the ones I've seen in the box store don't have them. So that's my guess.
The safety issue.
On it, yeah. And now they have gone to a little bit deeper decks. So, yeah, the mulching then would be better because having the deeper deck and the better airflow that goes through those with the blades.
So, great question. Yeah. We'll take more talking or calls and texts when we get back. 855-616-1620. Now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Greg Matzik. Good morning, Greg.
Thanks, Dayton. Milwaukee police investigating a fatal shooting that occurred Friday night about 9:43 on the 2400 block of West Kilbourne Avenue. The victim, a 29-year-old, sustained a fatal gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation is ongoing, and Milwaukee police continue to seek unknown suspects. Milwaukee police also seeking the public's assistance in locating a 9-year-old, Miracle Luckett. Miracle was last in contact with her family Friday afternoon, believed to be in the area of the 2100 block of North 33rd in Milwaukee. She was last seen wearing a turquoise-colored shirt, black jeans, and pink and white Crocs. Anyone with information is asked to call Milwaukee police. And Green Bay Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs cited some things going on mentally as his reason for skipping practice last week before the team's trip to Los Angeles. Doubs suspended for that game, but is expected to be in uniform Sunday when the Packers take on the Arizona Cardinals at Lambeau. In meeting with the media on Friday, Doubs said he was not comfortable discussing in further detail the mental health issues that led to last week's unexpected absence. He also expressed remorse for how he handled things. Packers and Cardinals kick off noon Sunday at Lambeau. Taking a look at your roads here. WTMJ Johnson & Son Paving Time Saver Traffic Update. Nothing to report here. If you're on the system, you are moving it rather freely. Volume could pick up a little bit in the construction zones as you get more toward the later hours of the morning, but clear sailing this morning at 7:30.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. Traffic brought to you by Annex Wealth Management. Financial and retirement planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth. Annex Private Client. Annex Ignite. Ready for you at annexwealth.com.
Partly sunny and breezy today with a high of 62. Chance of sprinkles throughout the day, but a better chance of rain in the evening hours. On Sunday, partly sunny, breezy, chance of rain at the high of 61. Temperatures expected to be in the 50s around kickoff at Lambeau. Could be some drizzle up there as well. On Monday, mostly sunny, breezy with a chance of rain and a high of 56. Right now in Madison, it's 52. Green Bay, 45. In Waukesha, it's 53. 56 at the Avenue. I'm Greg Matzik. Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:32.
This report is sponsored by Feldco, Wisconsin's home renewal experts.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's Dave from Feldco. Did drafty windows make last winter frigid? Listen, Feldco's here to make things easier for you. It's the perfect time of year to replace those old windows. Right now, get 50% off windows plus no money down and no interest for 1 year. Visit us at 4feldco.com or give us a call at 866-4FELDCO.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866-4FELDCO.
This is Senior Real Estate Specialist Bruce Nemovitz of Bruce's team. We're honored to help seniors and their families traverse the journey of selling their longtime homes and moving to the lifestyle they deserve. With over 35 years of experience, Bruce's team is here to help take you from overwhelmed to I can do this. Get started today and call 262-242-6177 or visit brucesteam.com.
And that's the best thing about Capital's Furnace Beyondification.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Hey, Merle, what you got? What's this? A screenplay?
Let me see this. Captain Capital, Heat and Air Hero.
That's so awesome, Merle.
Hang on. I've been writing a screenplay like this.
For years.
It's an epic, and it's Capital Man, not Captain Capital. Yes, of course he restores your furnace to like new condition.
Says here, Captain Capital has a deep clean device.
Aha! Capital Man deep cleans your system with his laser beam hands.
What?
I'm developing a sidekick. He always does the comprehensive safety checks. You wrote yourself in as the sidekick?
As long as it gets across how Capital's furnace beyondification saves the day.
And how you want to do it before winter hits.
Well, that's the whole point.
That's what I'm saying.
Then it's great.
Laura, Seth, I need a moment with Merle, please.
Schedule your furnace beyondification today at callcapitalcares.com.
begins next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Good morning to you, Dayton Kane and David Nason here. Thank you for joining us. You can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also see it online at WTMJ.com if you want to see who's all in the studio. You want to see what Fawn looks like from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment, or Janet from JW Lawn and Snow. You can wave to the camera, everybody, and say hi. But yes, you can check it out that way. If you want to participate, 855-616-1620 is the number.
So we got another text. We get this question a lot, and I probably used to do this. If I run my snowblower gas dry, am I good?
No.
Or lawnmower, for that matter.
No. That's actually one of the worst things you can do, especially with ethanol gas, because it dries out bowl gaskets, because it's rubber, and little O-rings that are actually up in the needle and seat into the carburetor. So no, go get canned gas, go get non-ethanol gas. I usually leave my tank about half full on everything with it, and then put it away. So yeah, not years ago you used to do that, but not anymore. Not with the gas that we have today.
Maybe that Optimizer Max.
Optimizer Max, liquid gold as we call it. Actually, engine manufacturers recognize that and will give usually an extra year warranty on engines, because there's a way to test it. That stuff is amazing for anything, boats, UTVs, ATVs, generators. People, use non-ethanol gas and that in generators. So when you need it and the power goes out, the generator's going to start. Yeah. So don't run them dry.
And that's basically we're comparing, correct me if I'm wrong, Optimizer Max, Seafoam, Stable. These are all...
Stable is the worst thing you can put in your gas. You guys have heard me
that was
this.
A softball.
Yes,
I knew that was coming.
I knew. I mean, you better off putting nothing in Stable, because it actually will grow mold on your gas. Seafoam is not a bad product as well. Optimizer Max, like I said, is not only a fuel stabilizer, but the formulate is also an anti-corrosion that they put in there. So as you use it all year long in your equipment, it actually coats the inside of your carburetor so the corrosion can't stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. Now, excuse me. You sell this, right? Because I know you have something at your shop, and
that's
so
all
that's
we
the only
sell.
one that you
That's
have.
the only
Okay,
one.
people go and get this because it saves you in the long run, even though you may have to put it in every week. Please do that.
Well, yeah, it's $23.09 for a container of it. People are like, that's a lot of money. It treats 60 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
Okay, 60 gallons of gas. It takes me 2 years to go through it. It doesn't go bad. It's a half ounce.
I was going to say, that lasts that long?
Oh, God, yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
leave it in your garage over the winter?
Oh, yeah. Mine
It's not
sits
gonna
on
freeze?
mine sits on the shelf with the gas cans right next to the chainsaws that have, non-ethanol canned gas. We keep that stored. We use VP fuel by us. It's 94 octane, the best you can get without buying racing gas.
car
Actually,
fuel.
right, which actually VP, that's what they make. It's a NASCAR fuel company.
Yeah.
That's all they make is fuel.
Where are you getting that?
We get it right from VP.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it comes right from the
It's shipped to
manufacturer.
you?
It's shipped right to us.
You can ship gasoline.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. It's quarts, gallons, 5
I
gallons.
suppose these products got to be shipped to all these retail stores.
They do. Well, and
everything,
even the
so-
5-gallon ones, the municipalities, the fire departments, their fire and rescue saws, those things have got to work. They can't go, do I add this?
Yeah.
They buy 5 gallons at a time, and that's what they keep in their rescue saws, because that gas is good for 2 years.
Okay.
So it can sit in that piece of equipment for 2 years and start, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good stuff.
Good to know.
pay now, pay later.
Yeah.
855-616-1620. Another text here says, is there a very strong walk-behind lawn vacuum that works to suck up acorns and hickory nuts? I rented one. It was ineffective.
It's nearly impossible, guys. I mean,
Bring in some squirrels.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to get rid of these things and not bury them. But black walnuts, acorns, I mean, if you can come up with a contraption that can pick these things up, you'll be a billionaire.
Your shop vac.
Oh, yeah. I've heard people shop vacs.
I've seen it in Elm Grove.
Yeah.
They do that. Now,
Yeah,
we've got those huge collecting systems that'll do that, but we also have those big $15,000 blowers that blow every single thing to the curb, and we suck it up. But it is, you have to really spend some dough to get it to
Yeah, but shop vac,
really
it does.
happen.
They do work.
Yeah.
Don't go get a,
An old
$29.99. Go get yourself a good shop vac. It's going to take you some time, but it will pick them up. That's
The
about
guys
the only
from
way.
West Bend Vacuum are going to be on in a few weeks. Maybe we'll ask them.
Oh, that's
There you
good.
go.
Yeah, there you go. I like
There
that.
you go. Okay, so this time of year, we're cleaning up the yard. We're making sure the sticks and the leaves are off before, and then one final cut at the end, right, to get it nice and short. Is that
Yep,
the goal?
yep. You wanna go
When
down
does that
with about-
usually happen?
Oh
Thanksgiving?
my gosh, to me it's almost later every year. The last 10 years
Yeah,
we've been
that's
having
why I'm
such
wondering.
warm weather in November. Our cuts, we usually have contracts till October 31st. We've had to extend that till the 7th or 14th now.
Yeah, in
But
November.
even sometimes, remember, we've had 40 and 50 degrees in December. Get it out and give it another short cut.
Yeah, cut it down.
It's
This
been
is
crazy.
the time that that 3.5 drop her
Yeah.
down to that 2.25.
Yep.
And then get it up. But again, I mean, we still got leaves that haven't fallen yet.
Right.
So, like Janet said, I think we're going to go a little bit longer this year than
I
normal.
think they're going to hang on and then drop pretty fast.
And then you don't want to leave those just laying on the grass because you can be asking for rodent problems.
And we were talking about this off the air that so I take my leaves and I throw them on a back hill, and I think that's what the person that owned the house before me did as well. Nothing grows on that back hill except trees and like weeds. That's it. I can't plant plants back there because they don't grow. Just be aware of that. If you think, I'm going to get rid of my leaves by putting them on my landscaping, you get too much back there and there's too many nitrates, you were saying?
Right.
Is that-
There's advantages to doing that. If you have a forest line in the back and you have all that buckthorn and maples, whatever you've got, that's not going to kill it. But if you're doing all that in the beds and you're adding 4 or 5 inches, it's really bad for your flower beds and things. That's a little too much, and then it'll get all yucky and moldy and slimy with the rains and then the snow and then the thaw. So that ain't the
We
best.
till some of ours in the garden. I'll take the bagger
right.
and then I'll throw it in the garden and do my last tilling of the garden and throw that nitrogen in there for next year, and it's good for your garden.
Right.
It's going to just compose pretty much over the winter and stuff like that. But yeah, like she said, you
It's
don't
just
want
let's
to
not put 12 inches down there.
Right.
And that's what happens in the back of yours doing it
Right.
every year. And there's advantages of that because it's amazing. Once you do that in November, you come out in April, and that pile is 50% gone. It's amazing how much that breaks down.
Yep, good
All right.
stuff. This is all things we need to be thinking about right now because we're middle of October already. So this is all happening. All this transition with the fall to winter is where all these things come up. And we love the questions. Keep them coming in at 855-616-1620. OlsonsPower.com. That's all O's in Olsons. OLSONS. OlsonsPower.com is where you can find them. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
Hey, it's WTMJ Steve Scafidi for Universal Windows Direct. Replaces old drafty windows before winter sets in. Universal Windows Direct exclusive super spacer technology helps keep your home insulated. Call Universal Windows Direct today. 414-410-2000. For every 2 windows you buy, 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 20, get 20. There's no limit. Plus, 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Don't look now, but the leaves are turning and fall is here. If there are still yard projects on your to-do list, WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here to tell you there is still time. Maybe you're looking to enhance your landscape with new plantings or bulbs, or perhaps you want to prepare for next spring with overseeding and aerating for your lawn. Try David J. Frank Landscape and enjoy fall to the fullest. Let them handle those end-of-season cleanups and winterize your yard. Get a free quote at davidjfrank.com.
Steinhafels is celebrating its 90th anniversary with its Friends and Family Sale.
Take up to $300 off a qualified purchase or take advantage of Steinhaffel's 36-month 0% financing and get a $200 MasterCard rewards card. Only at Steinhaffel's.
Hey, John Mercure here from my friends at Dave Drake Camp Heating. They know our climate is all over the place. This means your home comfort system gets quite the workout. Constant adjustments need to be made to adapt to our volatile weather. Wisconsin prepares you to be ready for anything because anything happens. Fear not, because for over 42 years, my friends at Dave Drake Camp Heating have lived here too, right by your side, ready and prepared for when anything happens. Spring, summer, fall, winter, even when they all seem to happen within the same week. Whether you're experiencing your next home comfort dilemma now or will be soon, call Dave Drake Camp Heating. For free estimates on new equipment, routine maintenance, or just to ensure your system is ready for anything, or maybe because you have a simple question about your home comfort, call Dave Drake Camp today. 262-367-2820. That's 262-367-2820. Dave Drake Camp Heating, your comfort is their family's tradition. DaveDrakeCamp.com.
David and Dayton. One guy knows what the heck he's talking about. We'll let you figure out which one it is. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Indeed it is. 56 and sunny right now in Milwaukee. Going to be sunny, breezy with a chance of evening showers and a high of 62. Dayton Kane, David Nason, Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment, Janet from JW Lawn and Snow, and Aaron's. That's one of the
Company.
big brands that you guys carry.
Mm-hmm.
They have different lines in there.
Yes.
Why would we be choosing that company versus another one?
Well, first of all, it's a fifth-generation family-owned company here in Wisconsin, up in Brillion. All of their metals are bent, powder-coated, painted, and welded up at the Aaron's Company. It's not cheap Chinese metal. You can, on their snowblowers, you can actually stand on their drums. So we tell people when they're like, well, we're going to go look around, we're like, please do. Before you buy something, don't ever jump into something unless you know all the facts. But you can grab the drums you go to your box store, your Costco, grab the outside of the drum, and you can actually move the metal. It'll flex. So if I can flex it with my hands, and I'm not that strong, just think what that snow and ice is doing to that. It's bending it, and if it starts bending into your auger system, it's going to start hitting it, and your snowblower is not going to work. They take pride in what they do. They employ the people here from Wisconsin. They've given them daycare centers up there that Dan Aarons has built, or family built for their employees, knowing how hard it is to get good daycares. So they took care of that problem for their employees and the community. They give back a lot. They built great machines, not only in their snowblowers. It's called the King of Snow for a reason. Other companies copy them because you copy the best.
Right.
Their zero turns are made of 12, 7, 10-gauge steel for their decks, 4-point deck hanging systems. So they last, and you'll have people out there that and older people like, I remember my first Aaron snowblower. That was 52 years ago. They're over 90 years they've been making snowblowers.
Sure.
So they've been doing something right. So
And the other part is
buy once and cry once.
Well, yeah, but places like you will actually service them if something, to keep them up, keep them tuned up, to change those bars out, the scraper bars, and
tell you what to do, and we'll, if it's under warranty, guess what? In a warranty period, you go to the front of the line. I don't care if I'm having an 8-week backlog. You're going to the front of the line on that. We take care of all the warranty paperwork. I mean, there's nothing you have to do except
true.
to. And
I
that's
can
a big
attest
thing.
to that because we have all of our stuff from them, and I've got an Aaron's and I do commercial work for the winter. We still have that thing working, and the other ones are okay. But just like you were talking to the drums, just think about all that the ice and all the snow
rocks
going
you
through there.
catch,
It feels
sticks,
like the Chinese stuff feels like an aluminum can.
It does. Yeah.
And it's really scary. And I think that's a factor as well, just thinking like, oh, my God, some of that stuff could shred right off.
Right. Yep. And the auger systems that they have, it's cast iron.
Yeah.
They have a 5-year warranty on their cast iron gear housing. Okay, you don't hear of that. They're not sandwiched pieces of metal. There's actually a cupped, so it's filled from the top. So if ice does hit it, it's not going to break that gasket that's sandwiched in between the two pieces of aluminum housing.
So if somebody wants to look them up, how do you spell Aaron's? Because it's different.
Right, it's ARINS. .com, and you can look at their snow blowers. They go from anywhere from their single stage, small ones, all the way up to these huge 36-inch ones. And I'll tell you what, we've sold out every big one. We just have another order Christine placed, I believe yesterday. The 36-inch one, I can move it. It's got auto turn in it. They have track machines. So if you've got that steep, huge incline, this thing will walk up and down it like a tank. And
yeah, those are nice.
It blows snow 40, 50, 60 feet.
And we're not running into shortages anymore like we were a few years ago? They're able to get them out?
Well, right now, I'll say no. Okay. Right now, we're good in that. But remember, Aaron supplies the country. Just because we don't have snow doesn't mean it's not in the Rockies or up in Utah or, heck, Texas sometimes gets more snow than we do.
You can blow snow into your neighbor's driveway.
Oh, I've done that. Accidentally.
All right. Yeah. On that note, we have to take our final break of the hour. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. Olsonspower.com is the website. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
Miss any of the truth on WTMJ?
I'm representing the bull.
Maybe there's something wrong with me.
Catch the podcast wherever you get your podcasts and catch up on moments like this.
John, if you wanted to come on the show, all you had to do, you didn't have to make Biden quit to come on the show.
And listen to The Truth on WTMJ every Sunday from 7 until 9 with Dr. Ken Harris and Denise Thomas, right here on 620 WTMJ.
When that crisp fall air greets you in the morning, it's time to assess your garden. Now's the perfect time to think about it. WTMJ's John Mercure here for Landworks Wisconsin. They make sure my garden and yard is in perfect shape. They'll do the same for you. Imagine this. Spring flowering bulbs get planted in October and November and then burst into bright daffodils and tulips, brightening up your muddy spring after a long, dark winter. Landworks Wisconsin, they'll do it for you. Give your future self some spring flowers. Let Landworks Wisconsin take care of you like they take care of me. LandworksWisconsin.com.
You're busy. Work, family, life. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what you'll do about things like retirement planning, selling a business, investing, or building your legacy. So your buddy hooks you up with his guy. Seems fine, but when it gets down to advice, you're all of a sudden knee-deep in products packed with commissions. You start to wonder, are you getting advice or are you getting a sales pitch? Annex Wealth Management is a fee-only fiduciary. No commission products, just advice. And clear thinking when it comes to your investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. Annex believes financial planning is for everyone. Annex Comprehensive Wealth is a great fit for most. For those with high net worth and complex planning challenges, consider Annex Private Client. For those just starting out, Annex Ignite is a great choice. Head to AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button. It only takes a couple of minutes. Set your own appointment at a time convenient for you. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. That's Annex Wealth Management. AnnexWealth.com.
Dreaming of a home renovation? J&J Contractors has been turning houses into dreams for over 40 years. From stunning kitchens and luxurious bathrooms to finished lower levels, they handle complete renovations that elevate your space. And don't forget about the outside. J&J Contractors specialize in roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Just Google J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
So if you're selling a $2 million home and you found yourself what you thought was a pretty good deal on your real estate commission, at say about 3.6%, you'd pay $72,000 in real estate commission. Not bad, right? Well, your Benefit Realty agent will charge you no more than $19,000 no matter what size property you're selling for the listing side of your sale. And it all comes with the full service you'd expect from an experienced real estate brokerage. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. We've saved our clients over $19 million in real estate commission. Now, I say this because that's a pretty big number, but I also bring it up because it's always been cool for us to save our clients money. It's not about being the top volume agency. Over here, it's more about you. And at 1.9% commission with a cap on our commission for the listing side of your sale, no matter what size property you're selling, you will save substantially. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Get her done. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored every week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. This hour we've been talking to Fawn from Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment and Janet from JW Lawn and Snow.
I want to give a little shout out to a friend of mine who listens all the time, and he sent in, it's for those of people who are looking to pick up things in their yard. He uses something called a Zosen Acorn Picker-Upper Roller.
Picker-Upper roller, is that the technical term?
Yeah, I guess so. Find that online. It looks like it picks up probably acorns and other little things in your yard.
You can get them at Ace Hardware, too.
Yeah, so you're familiar with them.
Yeah. My clients sometimes use them.
Thanks for listening, Jim.
They come out and they're like, hey, do you need this? And I'm like, yeah, no, that's a little small, but I can see where it would do the trick for everybody.
So, Janet, I have a question. You mentioned we've been in a drought,
yes,
which is crazy because it was so wet this spring,
Right.
and now we've been in a drought. What does that do for us when it comes to our lawn, and what should we be doing differently this fall versus if we weren't in a drought? Anything?
Well, if everybody remembers, we had rain like every 3 days for months and months and months, and everything was gorgeous. You thought you were in Hawaii in a rainforest. It was really amazing. It did some bad things to wash off, the crabgrass preventative and things that we put on. So we did see a lot of crabgrass this year because of all the rain.
Yeah.
So we had to do some post-emergent on that in August, September. So we saw a lot of nutsedge, a lot of crabgrass coming up. And now with the drought, boy, that was bad. They were brown. I mean, our lawns were brown. And now with the dew, everything's starting to come back. So I mean, with that, hopefully we won't have too many troubles for next year. But we are just a little bit worried when that happens and you have extreme. We've had funguses this year pretty bad, and we were able to have a lot of products to be treated for that. But going into this, hopefully we'll have, somebody said, you're thinking we're going to have a good snow year?
That's what I heard.
Oh, my God. You just never know.
Is it okay if you go out and mulch up and suck up all the leaves and everything? Can you water now still?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we've been putting lawns in and stuff. You can still dormant seed in, people are still aerating. I think overseeding for your aerating now is a little too late because you need 30 days to germinate. And I think people should not be overseeding. So if anybody has a program like that, you do have to keep watering. But I just don't know when the frost is going to get us. We're going to have some really cold temperatures, which I'm happy about. I kind of dig that this year. I'm loving fall. But with the 30-degree temperatures, you don't want to seed there. So I think it's going to be okay. Watering's good to do now, okay, as long as we still have some good temperatures. We have those warm days that from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock, they do get up to the 60s, 70s, and we might have
it's going to get
some
cool,
warmer.
drop off early in the week,
Right.
and they're saying in the 70s next weekend.
Yeah, and
but they're also saying frost on Tuesday morning.
Right. So some of those temperatures
Crazy.
can like I think we'll be doing cutbacks on our perennials
frost,
a little
not
bit
freeze.
earlier.
Right.
Right.
Okay, one quick question here, and then we're going to, if I can get the engine running, is there a cleaner I can add to the gas tank while the engine is running that can clean out old gas from carburetor so it'll run better?
Put some of the optimizer
That
max.
does work
yeah,
while
it
it's
does
running.
work with,
Okay.
but get some fresh gas. Get all the gas that you can out of there. Put some fresh gas with the optimizer max, and it may. It's not a guarantee,
Right.
depending on how much crud is inside that carburetor.
Yeah,
So,
go buy like a turkey baster and suck it out of the tank or something, and then throw it away.
So I'm just asking, how many minutes would you think? Some people run it for just a minute. Wouldn't you want to run it for 10 minutes or
Oh,
so
at
with
least,
that optimizer?
at
And
least, yeah.
they should be getting the top grade of the gas. Okay.
Yeah, or go to
and you
Fleet
sell
Farm.
it. You sell that stuff at
Get
the
it,
shop.
go get a can
You
of it.
have
you know.
but you have the optimizers, but you also sell the really
Canned
good gas
Yes.
can.
Yep.
The
Right.
gas,
Yep.
yeah, the canned gas.
So probably put a can of that in, a quart of it. It's like $10.
Right.
And then just run that for, like you said, a good 5-10 minutes. Let it get warmed up, and let that work its way
Get through all the hoses and get through all
30
that.
seconds, tell people I'll get in touch with you.
So Olson's Outdoor Power, it's 143rd and College. It's S63W14323 College, 143rd and College. 422-91, 422-9130 is the phone number. We'll be there today 9 to 1, and then Monday through Friday 8 to 5. Landmark, if you know where Maddie's Bar and Grill is on College, we're just kitty corner from there. In between the Quick Trip on Janesville Road on College and Moreland, 1 mile due east of there.
Or go to olsonspower.com.
Yep,
Look them up there.
website.
You'll get all that
Look up your
information.
parts.
Always good to have you on the show.
Good to see you guys again.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks,
Next
everybody.
hour, Jason from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric on. That does it for hour number 1.
This has been The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
When you need emergency service 24/7, any time of the day, any day of the year, call Quality Heating. With one of Wisconsin's largest HVAC fleets, you can count on us being there in a hurry. So don't worry. This is Anthony Zanevsky with Quality Heating. When you're in a heating or air conditioning jam, just see the man in the red van. And he's going to have a master plan to make sure you stay comfortable.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality heating, quality heating.
We will only sell products we believe in. And we believe in Armstrong Air Furnaces. With variable speed blower and multi-stage performance, Armstrong Air's most advanced furnaces deliver the highest number of features, the most comfort, and the greatest efficiency. This is Anthony Zanevsky with Quality Heating. To me, Armstrong Air is the professional's choice. So see the man in the red van, and we'll get you a furnace you can rely on for the long haul.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality heating, quality heating.
You probably don't have to replace those windows. If the frames are intact and it's just the glass that's cracked, or it's foggy, replacing thermal window panes with the help of Less's Glass will save you the cost of total window replacement. When you want to know how much we can save you, all you have to do is measure the height and width of just the glass portion of the window panes. Then send us an email to info@lessglassservice.com and we'll get you an estimate right away. Just be sure to specify if you'd like us to come out and replace your window pane on site, or if you'd like to do it in the most cost-effective way possible by bringing the windows into our shop. Either way, you're saving a lot of money versus a total window replacement that you probably don't need. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com. Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8:01, it's 56 degrees, partly sunny, breezy today with a high of 62. Chance of rain in the evening hours. From the WTMJ Breaking Newsroom, I'm Greg Matzik. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, says it's running out of funds. Now, its administrator, Deanne Criswell, is making a plea to Congress so FEMA can continue serving people in the hard-hit states following Hurricanes Helene and Milton.
Criswell says FEMA has enough money to support the immediate needs for everyone impacted by Helene and Milton, but that the eventual need for supplemental funding from Congress is, quote, just a matter of when. Compounding the issue, staffing shortages. Sources tell ABC News during the storms, only 9% of FEMA's personnel were available to respond to any other disaster that could occur. And now the Small Business Administration is echoing the calls for more funding, saying new disaster loans are in jeopardy without Congress's help.
ABC's Christine Cordero from Capitol Hill. Closer to home, the Wisconsin Humane Society just got another call for help. This time in the wake of Hurricane Milton.
We've recently, just today, learned that there's a partner shelter in Florida who's asking for our help. So we may see another transfer of animals in the coming days.
Angela Speed with the Wisconsin Humane Society was on the runway for the first transfer of animals. A charity plane landed full of cats and dogs from South Carolina, all in need of homes in the wake of Hurricane Helene.
It's important to note all of the animals who came to us were in shelters prior to the storms. They did not have owners looking for them. They're trying to make room for all of those displaced animals that need to find their owners.
Now more than 130 animals have a second chance here in Wisconsin. Others will likely soon. Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
More bad news for Boeing. Boeing is set to lay off 10% of its workforce in the coming months. This comes as an ongoing strike shut down production of its best-selling planes, the 737 MAX. CBS Saturday Morning anchor Michelle Miller explains.
The roughly 17,000 cuts will include executives, managers, and employees. The aircraft maker has lost more than $25 billion in 5 years.
Boeing has roughly 170,000 workers. nationwide. And it's one of the most photographed events in the world, and it draws hundreds of thousands of spectators each fall to New Mexico. The annual Balloon Fiesta fills the New Mexico sky with more than 100 brightly colored hot air balloons. But as CBS News national correspondent Errol Barnett explains, things don't always go as planned.
One balloon collided with a radio tower, which then toppled over. 3 people were on that balloon. They landed safely after this happened. No one was hurt on the ground either, thankfully. But that very same radio tower was hit during the balloon festival 20 years ago.
Earlier this week, a balloon bumped into a power line, leaving nearly 13,000 customers without power for almost an hour. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 8:04.
This report sponsored by Fox World Travel. Go, Fox, go.
Hi, it's Rose Gray from Fox World Travel, inviting you on an unforgettable 2025 European journey. Travel in style, embrace beauty, and create memories with new friends as you visit our favorite destinations, including Ireland, Italy, Germany, France, Switzerland, Poland, Croatia, and more. Whether it's your first or your 10th time visiting Europe, you don't want to miss out on our expertly crafted group tours with Insight Vacations, Globus, or Avalon Waterways. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Let's explore the world together.
For over 6 decades, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true. The magic begins again this Saturday at 7 a.m. with incredible doorbuster deals and more. Like Hot Wheels die-cast vehicles, buy 3, get 2 free. Rewards members get a free $5 Blaine's gift card with every $50 toy purchase. Plus, Saturday only, be one of the first 100 people in store to get a free Blaine's toy pickup truck. See store for details. Don't miss Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland opening weekend. The magic begins this Saturday at 7 a.m.
Hey, former radio wake-up guy Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. If that recent cold snap made you think that now is the time to replace those drafty old windows, then now is a good time to call Hometown Windows and Doors. Save heating costs now, cooling dollars down the road with energy-efficient replacement windows and doors from Hometown. Hometown offers the brands you trust like Anderson, Pella, Marvin, Softlight, and more in wood, vinyl, and fiberglass. And all of their products are installed by employee carpenters. Plus, Hometown is the area's only Pella Platinum and Marvin authorized replacement company. Hometown's dedicated consultants can guide you to the best fit and value for your home and your remodeling dollar. Stop in at their newly remodeled showroom in New Berlin and see the Hometown difference for yourself. Or call them for a no-pressure in-home consultation, 414-329-1200, or visit them at hometownwindows.com. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gerber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports desk. The Packers placed tight end Luke Musgrave on injured reserve. He'll be out at least 4 weeks with an ankle injury. Green Bay takes on the Arizona Cardinals Sunday at Lambeau. It's a noon kick. Our game day coverage begins with Green Bay Game Day Sunday at 9 a.m. Badgers football team in New Jersey to take on Rutgers for an 11 a.m. kick. And Bo Ryan will take his place alongside basketball royalty this weekend when he's enshrined in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as the member of a class of 2024. The event taking place in Connecticut on Sunday. Ryan, in his 32 seasons as a head coach, won 4 national titles at UW-Platteville and guided the Wisconsin Badgers to back-to-back Final Fours. Taking a look at your roads, a WTMJ Johnson & Son Paving Time Saver traffic update. The map appears clear. If you're on the system, you're sailing around pretty smoothly here in the 8 o'clock hour.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
Be our eyes on the road. Report accidents, slowdowns, and road conditions to the WTMJ Hall Volkswagen traffic tip line at 414-238-9329.
Partly sunny and breezy today with a high of 62. Chance of rain in the evening hours. Very similar conditions on Sunday with a high of 61. Temperatures expected to be in the 50s in Green Bay for kickoff at Lambeau. Monday, partly sunny, breezy with a chance of rain and a high of 56. Right now in Waukesha, it is 54. In Madison, 53. Waukesha, 52. And it's 55 at the Avenue. I'm Greg Matzik. Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:08.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy. And we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton Kane and David Nason.
Hora numero dos. Hour number 2. Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric on with us this hour. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for the Spanish lesson this morning.
Yeah. Always good to see your smiling face. Always good to talk about. I have something I want to see if this relates to what you guys do. Okay?
Yep.
My wife and I joined a health club. I haven't worked out in about 3 years. My body is in so much pain right now. So what I'm finding is doing regular maintenance is a good thing. Because when you go from nothing to going into it, it's a lot harder.
That's an interesting segue.
It's a lot harder.
You know what? I did something similar in the end of June. I started working out every day, and yes, I know exactly what you're going through right now.
Yeah. I'm in week number 2, and whoo, my legs, I almost couldn't walk this morning. I was like, uh-oh, I got to get to work. So when we have the new membership like David has, we're signed up for Merle's Avengers.
Merle's League of Home Defenders.
That's what it is. Merle's League of Home Defenders. We're getting the regular maintenance. We're getting the checkups. We're getting the tune-ups. We're taking care of everything. So let's start the show with that, because we usually get to that later in the show.
Well,
let's start with that.
The big difference is the, like no one's reminding you to go to the gym, but we'll remind you to get your maintenance done at least, right?
And change
your filter, please. If you haven't changed your filter, change your filter.
So what comes along with, say it again, Merle's
League of Home Defenders?
Yes, Merle's League of Home Defenders.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie.
It probably should be on the website.
New in the Marvel series.
Movie,
Just waiting for Disney to sign the contract.
So how does it work? Tell people how that works with you guys.
So we have the Merle's League, which includes 2 of our beyondifications, which is way beyond our normal tune-up, right? So we're going to come out to your house twice a year and look at one time for your heating system, one time for your cooling system, spend a couple hours out there and go through everything, bring it back to a factory fresh condition. Inspect all your ductwork, look through everything there. We're going to look through a whole multitude of things. You get all that. You get the 20% off any repairs you need. You get 10% off of our duct cleaning. You get priority service. You don't pay anything. So if you have a service call and it's Christmas, you call us, you pay $0 for us to come out. Same day service, 7 days a week, right? And you get the priority service with all that stuff. Plus, you get a free home electrical inspection for your entire house as well. So lots of great.
A lot to it.
Lot to it. It's $48 to join, $24 a month. A very simple program. We remind you to do all the different things, and we're there for you 24/7.
And it pays for the beyondifications, basically.
Yeah, well, so the beyondifications normally are $199 a piece, so that you're going to save money on just those. And then if you need any repairs or you need a duct cleaning, like I have to have at my house because I have a rodent that crawled in my ductwork and died, and it smells terrible in my bedroom.
How did it get in there?
I don't know. We have a pest service. I'm assuming ate some kind of bait or something, got in there. But my wife's like, "What's that smell?" And she's like washing everything, cleaning the carpets.
Do you
and
take your shoes off?
Yeah,
that's what I hear at home. You take your shoes off?
Like, what's going on? Well, it ends up there's a rodent that ended up in our ductwork. So imagine it was trying to move in for the winter.
Yeah,
and expired in there. So
Kathy called me this week, said, "Hey, it's time. We need to come out and do your service." So you guys are on top of it. I love it, because I would not remember myself. If I have to try to remember, like I even write on the filter in my fridge, change on these dates, and I'll look at it and be like, oh, I was supposed to do that 3 months ago. You just, it's hard to remember all the things you're supposed to do in your house. So unless you have it planned out on your planner, which I probably should do. I've got the electronic planner. I've got the Outlook calendar.
The problem is you still dismiss that, right? Because it's like, okay, well, next time I'm down there, I'm going to change it, right? And then you walk by it and do it.
So a question, I've struggled with this a little bit. I'm doing an inspection, I'm looking at the furnace, checking the filter, and it is filthy. It is absolutely filthy. A lot of times, if there's a clean one there, I'll just replace it. If there's not a clean one there, would it be better for me to take it out and leave it out?
Well, so I always tell people, like, if you're going to take it out for like a day because you're going to go get one and put it back in, probably not a big deal. But the problem is like everything else, we forget. Right, and all of a sudden now you have nothing stopping the dirt and debris and everything going in the system. So what happens is all that gets onto the blower wheel, and then from the blower wheel it throws it up inside the furnace. Yeah. Right, so and then it goes into the coil.
That would be a bad idea for me to do that because then I'm going to be responsible for getting it dirty and everything. So I will never do that. But thank you.
The problem, the problem though is even with the dirty filter in there, what happens is the filter can't let air through anymore. So where does it get the air, right? Because it's still going to do it.
That's what I was
every
wondering.
nook, cranny, crevice, every screw hole, everything like that. It sucks all that unfiltered air in, and then it just gets the entire system dirty. I mean, like the pictures we get from blower wheels and secondaries and primaries and all these different components in your thing that get just filthy, or even coils where they get plugged. And then now it's like, I mean, sometimes you have to remove the components out of the system to clean them properly because you can't even get to clean it inside there, and it becomes a big ordeal, right? So,
last hour we talked to Fawn from Olson's Outdoor about the changing of the season. So we're going to talk to you about that when we come back as well, because there's certain things we need to.
Vince Vitrano with another free webinar from Annex Wealth Management. Text WEB to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Sign up now and have your questions answered. Set up financial success for the new year. Text WEB to the WTMJ talk and text line with another free webinar from Annex Wealth Management.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Since 1955, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Hey, don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget. They'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from Three Pillars resident Doris.
I came to visit and it just felt very comfortable. It's a large campus. There's a lot of green areas. There's lots of trails that are going through it that you can walk. You can use your walker or rollie on it. They bought a bunch of trikes and I want to try one of those three-wheelers and get it out on one of those walking paths. And for me, it's home with wonderful people.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. With shorter days in the forecast, brighten up now with top quality lighting and ceiling fans at unbeatable prices. At our award-winning showroom, you'll see our new display of Visual Comfort brand lighting along with their newest LED lights and ceiling fans. We carry every major brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. BBC is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 10 to 4. We're located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's and Bachman Furniture, all near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Good morning to you. It is 8:18. Going to be sunny, breezy, chance of evening showers with a high of 62 today. It's 56 in Milwaukee, and we were at 83 yesterday. We're a high of 62 today. That's a 21-degree difference in our temperature.
What's the overnight low on Tuesday though? I thought by me it's like
35 or 37.
Right. So we're going to get some frost on Tuesday. So we're in that time
Tuesday
of
and
year
Wednesday,
where things are changing a lot. It's hot, it's cold. So what are we looking at when it comes to our system overall? Because is our air conditioner off at this point for most people? I'm thinking
Absolutely.
we're done.
My neighbor was running his yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I put the cover on. I put my plywood cover on top of mine already.
I'm about to do that because I think we're past. I think yesterday had to be the last hot day, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard on the weather. They said, "Yep, we're done with 80s for the year."
Okay.
I would think we're kind of getting behind it. I would say so. If you're going to cover it up, make sure you turn the breaker off, right? So this way you don't accidentally turn it on because we get some random hot day and the kids are like, "Oh, let's cool the house off," right? So turn the breaker off for that. Put the cover on. Cut back the weeds, all that good stuff. But test your furnace. It's a good time to okay, is it turning on? Do I feel any heat coming out, right? Because the last thing you want to do is wait, and all of a sudden there's nothing. So it's just easier to schedule a maintenance or a visit now when we're not as busy.
The other nice thing about that is you can have your windows open right now, right? It's that time of year where I love this time of year, that fresh, crisp fall air coming into the house. You turn your furnace on for the first time, often you get that dusty smell. Well, when the windows are open, it can clear out quicker. So
exactly,
another good reason to do it now.
Furnace any day of the year. I test them all year long.
Right.
Yeah.
That dusty smell though is all the stuff getting past the filter onto the heat exchanger, right? So if you're filtering your air, you shouldn't have that dusty smell. So something else is going on.
I have a new furnace now, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Because I'm changing my filters regularly, thanks to you guys reminding me.
You just said that you didn't.
What?
Off air, you said you forgot to change your filter.
What? No, I never forget to change my filter.
Okay, I misheard you.
We know it's changed at least twice a year when we show up.
Yes, it's changed twice a year. It's changed twice a year. That's all I need because it doesn't get that dirty in between the two.
You have one of the bigger ones, I think, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Too. Yeah.
Right.
So he's in.
That's the one
good
thing
shape.
I don't forget. It was my water filter in my fridge that I'll look at and go, "Oh man, I missed that." I even have it written on there, and I still missed it. But
that's why you need a subscription service where it just shows up.
That's
and then
right.
You're like,
That's right. That's why you guys. I love being in the club because it's there for me.
Speaking of windows open, so somebody texted, my thermostat is set to off, but my HRV, which we can answer that too, what's an HRV, still runs, and the blower still runs, and the UV light turns on. Is there a way to shut it all down while I have the windows open?
Yeah. So your HRV is on a separate control. So what we want to do is tie that control back to the furnace so that when the furnace isn't running, that thing won't run. Can be good and bad because sometimes you get into the shoulder seasons where your furnace isn't running much, but you want to ventilate more often.
Yeah.
So probably a better way to do it would be to put a different type of thermostat in that would control the HRV and the furnace so that you could schedule the HRV to run, but it would only schedule if the furnace is either in heating or cooling mode.
Yeah.
So if it's in off, it won't.
I've also seen an HRV, or maybe it was an ERV, one of the two, and there is a difference.
Yep.
That actually exhausts the bathroom exhaust fans.
Yep.
So then you wouldn't want to shut that down.
No, you'd want to use that all the time.
Right.
That was kind of common for a little bit, and then they kind of got away from it because they had some issues with mold and things with the moisture.
Right. So what is an HRV and an ERV?
So ERV is energy recovery ventilator. HRV is humidity recovery ventilator. Basically, the only difference is one passes humidity, which an ERV does pass humidity to the incoming air back in. So what it does is it takes stale air from your house, brings it outside, and then uses that air to temper the air coming in. So if you're running your air conditioning, you're cooling the air down coming in, or if you're running your heat, you're warming the air coming back up. And that's how it saves you energy.
Makes the furnace or the AC more efficient.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the air's passing in a chamber next to the air going in and out.
Yeah,
that's all it takes.
They don't actually touch.
Right.
But it'll actually make a 30-degree difference in temperature of the air.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool technology, actually. Mm-hmm. So somebody said, covered AC and tested furnace yesterday, all good, even though it's 35 years old. Let's talk about that for a second because, let's talk about that when we get back. We have to take a break. I want to talk about longevity of units these days versus old days and what we're looking at because, we'll get into it when we come back. It is a Fix It Show. Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric on with us this hour on WTMJ.
Outdoor living is great, but it's best when it's at your own home. Well, there's a company called Outdoor Living Unlimited that will build you a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, all manner of things to enhance outdoor living at your place, even an outdoor kitchen. Get started right away. Contact Outdoor Living Unlimited now. Get your yard project onto Outdoor Living Unlimited's calendar while there's still openings. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
Hey, John Mercure here from my friends at Dave Drake Camp Heating. They know our climate is all over the place. This means your home comfort system gets quite the workout. Constant adjustments need to be made to adapt to our volatile weather. Wisconsin prepares you to be ready for anything because anything happens. Fear not, because for over 42 years, my friends at Dave Drake Camp Heating have lived here too, right by your side, ready and prepared for when anything happens. Spring, summer, fall, winter, even when they all seem to happen within the same week. Whether you're experiencing your next home comfort dilemma now or will be soon, call Dave Drake Camp Heating for free estimates on new equipment, routine maintenance, or just to ensure your system is ready for anything, or maybe because you have a simple question about your home comfort. Call Dave Drake Camp today, 262-367-2820. That's 262-367-2820. Dave Drake Camp Heating, your comfort is their family's tradition. DaveDrakeCamp.com.
Dan Kraus, retired Army veteran and Wisconsin estate planning law specialist, talks about what can happen if you don't have an estate plan.
Your assets may not go to your intended heirs. Family disputes and legal battles can arise after you pass. Loved ones could face financial hardship. The court may decide on guardianship for your children. You may leave behind nothing because of nursing expenses. Don't let these things happen to your family.
Contact Kraus Estate Planning and Elder Law Center at estateplanningpeople.com.
We may not solve the world's problems, but maybe we can help solve some of your homes. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric on with us this hour. Dayton Kane and David Nason hanging with you as well. Thank you for listening. 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. We'd love to hear from you. So recently my water heater exploded and I had water all over my basement and had to get a new one. They put it in with a 6-year warranty. So whenever you have a warranty, that's pretty much, they're saying this is how long we think this thing's going to last, right? Because they don't want to pay you for a new one if you lose it. So water heaters are about 6 years, at least the one I got. When a new furnace goes in or a new air conditioner, how are these comparing? Because the guy texted in, his is 35 years old. Should he still be running that, or are they better now? Why would you keep it? Why would you not?
So water heaters too, right? So water heaters, it's all about water quality, right? Going into your water heater, and that's going to determine longevity.
Yeah, we have hard water, and it's eating away at that water heater.
Right, so that's going to shorten the lifespan. Now, you can buy 6, 9, and 12-year warranties on them, which is really just insurance policies you're buying. It's the same water heater.
Right.
But so a furnace installation, right, is really about how well that furnace is installed from the first day it's born, right? But really, it's all about how well it breathes, right? So if you have the right amount of air coming in and the right amount of air going out, the furnace is working at its normal pressures it should have, you will get a lot of longevity out of it. Now, 35 years is a pretty longer on the longer end of things, but 20 to 25 years is realistic. A lot of times people will start to replace things because of efficiency changes. Now, the efficiency of the 35-year-old unit compared to something new is going to be drastically different, right, electrically and gas usage. But, you know, as long as you've had your heat exchanger inspected and tested and things like that, then, you know, it's up to you to do it. But typically, if you were to buy a new one, yes, you're going to have the expense of buying a new one, but you're going to see typically your utility bills drop pretty drastically, and also the comfort in your house will probably change quite a bit because the technology has changed substantially. So long answer is if it's breathing properly and installed the right way, yes, and you do your maintenance, right, and change your filters, you can get 20, 25 years out of a piece of equipment. You know, like they'll still look like they're new, right?
Right.
It's the ones that don't have all those things happening to them that I've seen. And we've literally ripped furnaces out that were only 5 years old. They're still in a warranty. That were in such bad shape that it was easier to start over than to fix what was wrong with it.
Jeez.
Think about a 35-year-old car, you know, with all the bells and whistles that we have on a new car today versus a car from the 90s. You know, pretty basic. You might not have electric windows, and you know the comfortness of that car compared to today.
Well, and another thing is people don't even realize is a lot of the newer equipment coming out now, some of the things that are can be fixed on them can actually be done over the air without you ever even knowing that your furnace is being updated. So like, you know how they update vehicles all the time and things like that? Your furnace and air conditioner, actually, that's happening to them as well. They'll send an over-the-air update saying, we've figured out that we can make this run a little bit better by doing this or this, and they just send it out. So we get an email as the installing contractor saying, hey, these customers are going to get this update. You as a customer, you'll never know it happened. It just happens, and it's updated, and it's running.
Does your thermostat have to be Wi-Fi enabled for that?
Yeah, if you're not Wi-Fi enabled in thermostat, which most are, we put in these days, but if it's not, it won't obviously update.
Yeah. I was going to say, what are you putting in these units?
Everything's watching us all the time.
My furnace is going to tell me when it's going to turn on. You don't need heat yet. It's not cold enough.
Put on a sweater. It flashes.
Right. Okay, President Carter.
Okay, CapitalHVAC.com is a website that is CAPITAL. So not an O at the end, an AL at the end. CapitalHVAC.com. You can look them up there. There is a schedule an appointment note right there. You can do it yourself.
Schedule. You can shop for equipment. You can book your appointments. You can chat with us. You can text us. You know, you can do all kinds of different things. You can join Merrill's League of Home Defenders if you'd like. All on there. So it's a very simple thing to get done and book your stuff. And we're gonna give away some Merrill League memberships by the end of the hour.
All right, another half hour to go with Jason, so stick around for that. Now we take a break from the Fix It Show, go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Greg Matzik. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Dayton. Milwaukee police investigating this morning a fatal shooting that occurred on Friday night about 9:43 in the evening on the 2400 block of West Kilbourne Avenue. The victim, a 29-year-old, sustained a fatal gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation is ongoing, and Milwaukee police continue to seek unknown suspects. FEMA is running out of funds in the wake of two natural disasters, both in Florida and upwards into the Carolinas, and even in Georgia. Hurricane Helene, followed by Hurricane Milton, compromising the funds available for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. They're running out of funds, and now an administrator, Deanne Criswell, is making a plea to Congress so FEMA can continue serving people in those hard-hit states. And he guided the Badgers men's basketball team to back-to-back Final Four appearances and won 4 national titles at UW-Platteville. On Sunday, Bo Ryan takes his place along basketball royalty as a member of the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2024. Ryan sits atop the list, owning the best winning percentage in Big Ten history. He spent 32 seasons as a collegiate head coach before retiring from UW in December of 2015. Taking a look at your roads here, WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic update. Nothing of significance to report. We've got pretty steady conditions all the way through the system here, including through the construction zones. Be mindful as volume starts to pick up, but as of now, standard travel times across the system this morning. Partly sunny and breezy today with a high of 62. There is a chance of rain in the evening hours. Sunday looks partly sunny, breezy with a chance of rain and a high of 61. Temperatures expected to be in the 50s for kickoff at Lambeau. Monday looks a lot like Sunday. Partly sunny, breezy with a chance of rain, just a little bit cooler and a high of 56. Right now in Waukesha, it is 54 degrees. It's 54 in Madison, 55 in Waukesha, and 55 at the Avenue. I'm Greg Matzik. Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:32.
When you work with us, you'll know what you're going to get. And most importantly, you'll know exactly what you're going to pay us to list and sell your home. Talk to any Benefit Realty agent and ask about our commission. You will always get the same answer. You may find that others aren't ready to be as straightforward as we are right off the bat. They may try to meet with you first, and from there, you'll probably have to haggle your commission. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get them to reduce their commission to what we charge. But who wants that? Benefit Realty is going to make this easy for you with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. And we even one-up it from there. We cap our commission so that no matter what size property you're selling for the listing side of your sale, your savings will be substantial. And if you're selling a luxury portfolio kind of home, substantial is an understatement. And finally, if you're not happy at any time with the service you're getting, we won't hold you to the term of your contract. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Did your home suffer damage from a storm or severe weather? Don't stress any longer. Loyal Family Renovations treats all of its customers like they've joined their personal family, and every project as if the work was being done at their own house. Loyal Family Renovations has a leg up on the competition due to the personal relationships they've built with insurance adjusters over the years. Loyal Family is family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Contact them today to get your free home inspection. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
Annex Wealth Management, investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Forget commission sales pitches and financial products you don't need. Know the difference. Annex provides elite, comprehensive financial planning customized to who you are and what you need. AnnexWealth.com. Parents and grandparents, have your kid's birthday party at the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford or Oshkosh. The party rooms are free, and they'll love the massive game room and pizza with no cooking or cleanup. Book your birthday party at MineshaftRestaurant.com.
If you got a problem, you know we'll solve it. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
We're an hour and a half into the Fix-It Show. If you missed any of it, you can get the podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Dayton Kane, David Nason, and Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric with you this hour. Thanks for listening. We appreciate that.
So if you were going to heat your garage, whether it's attached or detached, I mean, most people have an attached garage, you wanted to heat it, does it need to be insulated? I mean, I have my opinion, but...
Well, so either I would say you either want insulation, vapor barrier, and all the good stuff, or you want nothing, right? Would be your two options. Now, nothing, you're going to spend a tremendous amount of energy to heat it, but at least then you're not going to get a lot of other issues, which you can elaborate on.
Yeah. I mean, all the condensation, you're going to have a tremendous amount of heat loss, like you were just saying. You're not going to have any snow on the roof of your garage, in the winter because it's all going through the roof. But the potential is there because now that roof deck is cold. And you got warm air on the lower, and this is what happens in attics when we have heat loss into our attics. Is you get condensation on the roof deck, and that's a great spot for organic growth to occur.
Yes, then you're in there. What do they do? The ice chip blasting, whatever, to get rid of it all?
Yeah, well, most have switched to a chemical.
Oh, is there a chemical
now? It's a really
fairly
caustic chemical now that literally like burns it off, and the wood looks like it's brand new. Because even if you use some kind of blasting, system, most of the time they still paint it with a stain blocking primer, and to get away from that, the chemical literally just takes it right off. You don't have to. I
wouldn't want to be the guy spraying that.
Yeah. No, it's probably going to end up be like a Roundup kind of thing. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. But if you're heating your garage, it would be beneficial to make sure that you are properly insulating, vapor barrier, keep the heat in the garage.
Yeah, just like you do your normal house. Same thing, insulated door, right? Garage door, if you can get it. Like, obviously, because it just saves you money on it. Now, we've done a number one. I know that one of the other questions was, well, I don't have a floor drain in my garage. So if you don't have a floor drain, you are going to get some water. Now, most garages are pitched to the door, to drain back out. So I had a house that it was insulated. But we didn't have a floor drain, so I had a squeegee that in the morning I would squeegee off when you have, because it's only going to happen when you have snow coming in, full load of snow, then you're going to have it. Most of the nights you're not going to have a problem.
Yeah.
Most people, if they heat the garage, they typically keep it around 50 is a pretty common temperature that they use. But actually what we do a lot of nowadays is we do a lot of mini splits in garages. So it'll heat it, but then you also have the option for air conditioning. So if you're doing stuff in there, or if some people kind of hang out in their garage as an extension of their house.
Yeah,
with
man cave kind of thing.
Yeah, TV and stuff out there. So now you can have it, if it's hot in the summer, you can have the AC going as well. Yeah. And then you don't need to worry about the gas line and things like that. Yeah. So there's multiple options.
Yeah, it's even if you're only trying to heat it to like 50 degrees, just to make sure the car's not frozen in the morning. It's still 50 degrees compared to what it could be outside, 10 below.
Yeah,
in the winter, in a winter night. That's a pretty significant temperature difference. 60 degrees, you're going to get condensation.
Well, and not only that, you're also typically, so you leave your door open for a while, and then you're, like at my house, it seems to sit open all day, and then it shuts at night. So a lot of times it's good to, how you're going to use it. We usually put a kill switch in, so like when the door is up, it breaks the connection, so it can't call, because otherwise...
Oh.
Like at my house, it would be, the garage heater would run 24/7 because the door's up and then door's down. But so there's some options just to make sure when you're looking at it to save you some energy and money and things like that, and make sure it's going to work.
So have a real in-depth conversation with your heating contractor about how you're doing this.
Exactly.
Don't just go out and buy a heater and stick it in.
And all the ventless heaters they sell at Menards, those are not legal in Wisconsin.
Right. A gas-fired heater. You're right. I see them on inspections. I call them out, and it's not like, that's not no. This needs to be removed.
Yeah, they're not legal in Wisconsin.
Even
though they sell them at Menards, you can buy it. They are not illegal.
Needs to be removed.
Yeah. They have to be vented.
What if you bought a house and the walls are finished on your garage, but it's not heated? Do you assume they insulated it and did the vapor barrier, or do you have to drill a hole in there and see what you find?
Knock on it a little bit, take off. If there's an electrical outlet, take off the cover plate, see if you can see some insulation in the wall, or look at the top of the wall, or see if you can see. A lot of times, garages, they have the craft paper faced insulation, so you can see that around the drywall. Or plywood, whatever they put on the wall.
But just try to check somehow to make sure.
Otherwise, just get
with.
a hole saw and go to the Home Depot and buy the round plug drywall thing. Get a hole saw that fits that and just drill a hole.
Yeah.
And then put a little spackle back on.
Yeah, or even just use a regular drill. If you drill in and pull it out, you're going to pull a little bit of insulation with it. Probably a little easier to patch the
tiny hole. I just don't know how you see the vapor barrier with that though.
Yeah, true.
Your little camera on your phone.
Yeah, I got
the cool tool you brought in that day.
Right. Plugs into an iPhone. You can stick it. It's got like a 3-foot long.
We use them to inspect heat exchangers.
Sure.
Yep, same thing. We use them because heat exchangers, you got to really get up there and look at them.
Yeah.
Because you do a carbon monoxide test, and it tells you like the free air and carbon dioxide and all the different stuff like that as far as what's going on. And then if we have higher limits, we know that there's an issue. But sometimes you'll have not high limits, but you can still with a scope you can see like a crack or a break or a rupture in the heat exchanger.
All right. Cool. All good things to think about as you're talking about heating, cooling, and electric, which we haven't talked much about. So when we get back, we'll go through that a little bit. Jason Fox here from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Yeah. CapitalHVAC.com is a website. We have 20 minutes. So if you have questions, now's the time to get them in. 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
And that's the best thing about Capital's Furnace Beyondification.
Absolutely.
I agree. Hey, Merle, what you got? What's this? A screenplay?
Let me see this. Captain Capital, Heat and Air Hero.
That's so awesome, Merle.
Hang on. I've been writing a screenplay like this.
For years.
It's an epic, and it's Capital Man, not Captain Capital. Yes, of course he restores your furnace to like new condition.
Says here, Captain Capital has a deep clean device.
Aha! Capital Man deep cleans your system with his laser beam hands.
What?
I'm developing a sidekick. He always does the comprehensive safety checks. You wrote yourself in as the sidekick?
As long as it gets across how Capital's Furnace Beyondification saves the day.
And how you want to do it before winter hits.
Well, that's the whole point.
That's what I'm saying.
Then it's great.
Laura, Seth, I need a moment with Merle, please.
Schedule your Furnace Beyondification today at callcapitalcares.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Landworks, the locally owned landscape company. They'll elevate the look of your home or your business. They're doing that at our house. Landworks is different because of the customer service. I can tell you firsthand, from beginning to end, you have one person who's your initial point of contact all the way through the process. LandworksWisconsin.com. Get started today. They'll take your yard, make it more beautiful. They'll take your beautiful yard and elevate it even more. It's LandworksWisconsin.com. They do it the right way at Landworks.
How do you deal with people who put you in difficult times? One option is to be done with them. But that's not always possible. And maybe there's a reason that God has let that difficult person into your life. And if you can't be done with them, how do you deal with them?
Dr. Michael Ziegler this week on The Lutheran Hour.
Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
In this real estate market, you need an aggressive real estate agent. Milwaukee Realty pays for client home inspections and well inspections for their buyers and sellers. That's aggressive. Ask your favorite agent if they will, and then call Milwaukee Realty.
This is Jeff Johnson.
And I'm Jason Johnson.
And together, we're part of Johnson & Sons Paving.
Get your parking lot ready now for spring and avoid paying for extra repairs later on.
We'll come out to your property and walk it with you.
Potholes, damaged asphalt, damaged concrete, standing water, you name it. We'll talk to you about your options and fix it.
Plan a budget, set up an overall schedule with Johnson & Sons Paving.
It's all about doing it right the first time. Call us today to schedule a walkthrough and free estimate.
JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
Dr. Ken's mind is fine as aged wine, let me tell you.
Hey! This is The Truth on WTMJ.
But this presidential election has taken us as American voters to the next level.
With Dr. Ken Harris and Denise Thomas.
That not all of us are actually liberal, not all of us are actually conservative, not all of the three of us are. Like, we have all sorts of different views and points.
Sunday night starting at 7, right here on WTMJ. We can't help fix your relationship, but we can help with that leak. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Your relationship might be better if the house is kept up and maintained.
Yes.
So maybe we could help your relationship.
Good advice.
Yeah,
and if your air
could.
filter was clean, it would be even better.
Yeah. Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric on with us. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. Let's go to Pat in Pewaukee. Good morning. What's your question?
Yes, hi. I live in a condo, and it has a very high roof, so I can't change this. This is about smoke detectors and fire detectors. I got two, and they were installed by the firemen. They came with 10-year batteries, okay? So one of them, since it had previously been getting so cold at night, that thing would, and I like it cool in my house, one of them would chirp. So I want to know, why is that happening with a 10-year battery life smoke detector? You have any clues?
I know batteries don't like real cold.
Yeah, it's possible. But you said it's way up high on the ceiling?
Way up high, and it goes way up. Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot what the term is, what you call that.
A cathedral ceiling.
Yeah, cathedral ceiling, right. Sure. So that's why they are so nice. They come and they change it. So he's coming tomorrow. I bought a new one. I was wondering do you think there's no insulation that's good enough? Because the other one doesn't do it, and they're both up high.
No,
maybe just got a bad battery.
Yeah. How old is that one? You said it's brand new?
Just 3 years.
3 years? I mean, it's a 10-year battery, but you know, it is a piece of equipment, and not everything that people make, lasts as long as we expect them to make. That's
3 years seems quite little for 10 years.
Also, could now it's way up on the ceiling. It could be just dusty. Sometimes these things that have sensors in them, it may just be something you take it down, blow it out with some air or something, and that works again. I don't know. Is it? You said it's battery one. Does it also have? Is it hardwired? Is it connected?
Yeah, it's hardwired with a battery backup. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure, but
that's odd. Yeah. If it being hardwired on top of it.
Right. But we talked about we talk about furnaces and water heaters. Jason was saying off the air that he's had to replace furnaces that are only 6 years old and they're just in bad shape. Now that's probably maintenance related, but water heaters can fail. I had one fail at 6 years. But I've had them last 10, 12, 15 years. So not everything lasts as long as it should, unfortunately.
And last night, because it didn't get that cold, it didn't chirp.
That is
so
bizarre.
It's been chirping every day.
Well, it sounds like you need to turn your heat on.
No, not yet.
Okay.
All right, Pat.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Good luck with that. She's got a new one. Hopefully that takes care of the issue. Let's do 2 quick texts here before we get to the last break. Do you advise covering your central air conditioner in the winter? I've heard mixed thoughts.
Yes, but don't turn it into a mouse house where you wrap it up really super good and
not
do
a
it
tarp.
You don't want the bag you put over the top of it. You just want to cover it with a board or something on the very top.
Right. And if you're going to cover it, shut the power off to it so you don't accidentally run it.
Okay. Another question here says, "Good morning. The slab on my air conditioner sits on is settled. Does it need to be sitting level?"
Ideally, yes, level. I mean, if it's off a little bit, it won't be a big deal, but you don't want it to be super crooked because there's oil and stuff in the compressor and it can create issues.
When you guys do your beyondifications, is that one thing that you will mention if it's settled?
Yes, yeah. Sometimes we can just, we can fix them if they're not a concrete slab, if they're just a poly pad or one of those, we can just re-level them up quick usually. But a concrete slab, then, sometimes they take more. Otherwise, we can also shim the air conditioner, depending on how bad it is. If it's off a lot, then you're going to have it mud jacked or something.
Right.
Plus, if it's tipping towards the house, you don't want the water running to your house anyways.
Yeah, you could consider having those brackets installed where attach it to the house, to the foundation, if you have that ability. That way it'll never settle.
Yeah, that's more of typically a new construction where they don't put the yards in first.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. CapitalHVAC.com is the website. You can even schedule an appointment right there. So check them out. When we come back, a couple calls. We have Carrie from Madison, AJ from Racine. Thanks for listening wherever you are. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
So what do you think of WTMJ?
You can't handle the truth.
No, we absolutely do want your honest feedback.
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight.
You listen to WTMJ, you should have a say. It only takes 10 minutes to complete the Fall 2024 fan survey. As a thank you for your valuable feedback, you'll be entered to win a package including 2 Bucks tickets and an overnight stay at the Pfister. Simply text the word survey to the WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620.
Your home can be more maintenance free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I have a roofing question, I contact Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
Thanks, Tom. Between the two of us, we've seen hundreds of failed roofs, along with the unfortunate consequences of water damage. Poor workmanship, improper product usage, lack of ventilation, inferior flashing detail, and loss of control due to subcontractors are some of the most common reasons for roofs failing. At J&B, our objective is not just to sell another roof. We want to educate our clients. When J&B's experienced sales staff achieves that goal, our roof systems sell themselves.
For a complimentary roof evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance free when you rely on J&B.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
When you need to sell quickly, choose Grandview to buy your home. Don't worry about real estate agents or showings. We'll buy your home as is, no repairs or cleanouts needed, and you'll get an offer in hours. Visit GrandviewHomes.com for your fair cash offer today.
This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, and I want to talk about exactly what we do. When you come here, you're going to get 2 shots with 2 very small needles. One will be a medication called Toradol, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, completely different from a standard steroid or cortisone injection. This medication is safe and a great pain reliever. The other will be hyaluronic acid, which is a naturally occurring fluid found in all of our joints. What hyaluronic acid does is it helps recoat the inside surfaces to provide cushioning and lubrication. It helps slow down the osteoarthritis process to a point where patients may not need surgery. All of this combined with using our state-of-the-art Ultra G machine developed by NASA has produced profound results. What we do works. And the best part about this is that insurance covers most of our patients' treatments. rejuvenex.com to request your free paint evaluation.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Advice you can use. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored every week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. On with us this hour, Jason Fox from Capital Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Let's go to AJ and Racine. Good morning. What's your question?
Okay, we acquired a building last year, and it used to be a bakery. And we have upstairs apartments, like 6 apartments, and downstairs we have some kind of storefronts, but the back room is open, all open. And we don't have any heating system in the back room because we did the roof and we took all the old units. There used to be like very old units, so we took them out. But we're not planning to finish the back room this year. So I was thinking, what's the most economic way to keep it heated so I don't have the pipes frozen for the apartments for this year? You know what I mean?
How big is it?
It's I will say more than between 6,000 square feet.
For the back room is that big?
Yeah, the back room is like around 6,000 because it's like 2 buildings, but they're open to each other.
Okay. So did you have rooftops on there before, or what was heating it before?
Yeah, it was rooftops, yes.
Okay.
But they were really old, so we took them out.
So a couple baseboard heaters be good. No, I'm kidding.
Depending on what you want to pay, sure. So there's 2 things that we typically would do in those situations. One is you just put some new rooftops on and just duct them into the space, not with any ductwork. Just get them set on there and then just have them set to 50 degrees or something, cooler temperature. If that's not an option, you can have typically if you talk to a heating contractor that does commercial work, we do not, but they can put some temporary furnaces in a lot of times and then just vent them out the window. Usually with a high efficient furnace, and they just put up a generic plenum and a filter on the side, and that'll be enough to keep it, tempered in there so nothing freezes.
Just set a couple in the middle of the room, essentially.
Yeah. So I mean, like if you're probably gonna need 2.
What are they called?
Just temporary furnaces, right? So either the ideal thing would be to put the rooftops back in, so you know what you're gonna need them anyways, but you may not know what you're gonna put in there, so sizing could be a concern. So typically, if you get somebody that can put in a couple temporary units. Usually a lot of like commercial guys will save old units they take out that still work, and then just throw them in there, and they're meant for construction, right? So they get all beat up and everything like that.
Okay.
All right, AJ, thanks for calling. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. All right, let's do this. Let's give away some Merle's League of
Home Defenders.
Home Defenders. I knew there was 4 words. All right. Merle's League of Home Defenders. This is a great club to be a part of.
MLHD.
Yeah, there we go. So, yes, we're going to have some free memberships for people. So this is a 1-year membership to Merle's League Home Defenders. We're going to give away 5 of them this morning. You're not going to call the studio. I'm going to give you a number to text, right? But just what it all includes, it's 2 of the beyondifications. It's 20% off repairs. It's 10% off the duct cleaning, so you don't have to breathe all those dust mites and all that, right? Emergency service is free, so if you have a service call, we come out. There's no charge. Free electrical inspection by our master electrician, Adam, will come out to your home, make sure everything's safe. So we're going to give away 5 of these right now, and you're going to text. You're going to text the word CLUB, C-L-U-B, to 414-214-0184. So that's 414-214-0184. Text the word CLUB. Tyler's working. You'll get a response once you text that we got your information, and then he'll call you. He'll set everything up. He'll schedule your services, right? So you get services right away immediately, and it'll be 12 months of no charge membership to Merle's League. So that's
what's the value of that membership approximately?
It's $289 or $288.
Yeah, but all the other stuff you're getting too.
Well, I mean all the other stuff plus. Oh, I forgot you get $400 worth of capital cash. We got that too.
I mean, so
as well as
like $1,000. Well, I mean, if you think about it, all the benefits you're getting,
100%. The $1,000 value.
Yeah.
CapitalHVAC.com. You can schedule an appointment there, or you can call them. What's the number?
If you want to call us, it's 414-662-0950. You can call the text number too, but 414-662-0950 is a call number, and the text number is text the word CLUB to 414-214-0184.
All right, and you do it 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Same day repair, 7 days a week.
Repair. Okay, where do you guys service? How far out do you go?
Southeastern Wisconsin is our service area, so we kind of go all the way down to the border there, and we kind of go up to Fond du Lac, and out west to Oconomowoc.
Okay.
So that's kind of our area, our little bubble that we do. Yep. We have 10 area Home Depot stores, so we service a little bit bigger area because of that.
Gotcha. Based out of Menominee Falls, right?
Yep.
All right. Jason, always good to have you on the show.
Good to see you guys.
Yep. Have a great week.
I am
Stay
not
warm.
here next week, so enjoy.
I am. Yeah.
You know who's coming up? Do we
Nope.
say?
No.
Okay.
It's a
you want to
surprise.
tune in next week.
Special guest host.
Yes, special guest
Looking
host
forward
coming
to it.
in.
I won't be here next week either.
No.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going to a men's retreat for church, so that's where I'll be. But
All right.
all right, we'll see you in 2
Have a
weeks.
good week.
Coming in next, the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
This has been the Fix It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinion.